Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show with your host Ram, and we are looking at one very exciting match that happened today in Abu Dhabi. Today was the deciding day for the 2020 series between England and Pakistan. As you know, England had won one, Pakistan had won one, and today was the final match which was played at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium, Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, and the spectators over there witnessed a very good, great game of cricket there, where it went to the last ball. The Pakistani captain was on strike, Misbah-ul Haq, and he had to do a La Javed Miadat by hitting a six of the bowling of Jay Dernbash. But Jay Dernbash, showing a lot of nerves, actually went in and disturbed his stumps, and what a joy for England there. England winning the match on the last ball by 5 runs, and I would say it was a really fitting farewell to this 2020 series, and also this tour of England into the United Arab Emirates, where it ended in such a great fashion. So England took the honours there by winning the match by 5 runs and winning the 2020 series. And then they also, the man of the match went to the Kevin Pietersen, the man in real form in this 2020 series. He not only got the man of the match, he also got the man of the series. So Kevin Pietersen getting into form at the right time is absolutely good news for England, and England would be very glad about it. Just looking at the match here, it all started with England actually put into bat. Well, it was not easy to bat on, but the England batsmen really went for the bowling by hitting Mohammad Hafiz and Isis Chima. Craig Kisweeter was very powerful. He hit one very good straight six of the bowling of Umar Gul, which was good to see. Kevin Pietersen just continuing in the same vein of form that he is. And then the first wicket fell when Craig Kisweeter was the first to go. Caught Shoaib Malik, bowled Saeed Ajmal for 17 of as many balls with 1 4 and 1 6. Ravi Bopara failed. He was cheaply dismissed for 1 of 2 balls by Isis Chima. As I said, the pitch was not easy to bat on. There were some uneven bounce on the pitch, and that is what Pakistan really capitalized on. In fact, Pakistan bowlers did a wonderful job to restrict England to just 129 for 6, with the Mohammad Hafiz bowling 4 overs, none for 22. Isis Chima bowling very well, 1 for 25. Umar Gul was the most costliest of all, 4 overs, none for 39. Ajmal picked up the wickets and also kept the runs down, 4 overs, no more than 4 for 23. Afridi bowled 4 overs in a measly fashion for 19 runs. Ian Morgan continued to fail today, but he was outrun out by a direct hit from Misbah-ul Haq for 9. Jonathan Bairstow, the youngster who did well the other day, couldn't really go on, and he was gone. He couldn't read the ball of Saeed Ajmal, which castled him. He was gone for 3. And Josh Butler once again failed as he tried to sweep a ball from Saeed Ajmal, but lost his balance, and he was adjudged leg before for 7. So basically it was Kevin Pietersen all the way. He remained not out on 62 of 52 balls with 6 fours and 1 6. He got some support from Samit Patel, which actually enabled England to score 129 for 6. Samit Patel clubbed a few, hit one beautiful straight 6 of the bowling of Saeed Ajmal, and also a boundary through mid-wicket, and his contribution was 16 of 10 balls with 1 4 and 1 6, and then it was one too many as Samit Patel was beaten by Saeed Ajmal, and Umar Akmal behind the stumps whipped off the bails. So he was gone, stumped Umar Akmal, bowled Ajmal for 16, and Stuart Broad, the captain, remained not out on 6, but Kevin Pietersen finished off in real style there by smacking a last ball 6 in the 20th over of the bowling of Isis Chima, which was hit with tremendous force, and Kevin Pietersen not out on 62 of 52 balls, 6 fours and 1 6. But I thought, looking at the score, 129 for 6, Pakistan would have fancied their chances. But again, as I said, this pitch was not easy to bat on. So that is something which one would like to take this into consideration. But then as far as Pakistani batting were concerned, they started off with their exciting opening batsman, Avia Zia. And well, he definitely showed a lot of glimpses of that promise that he had. But today there was more, probably he was under the instructions of the Pakistani think tank or the management to stay at the wicket, and that's what he did. He collected 23 runs of 28 balls, but really entertained the crowd. One of the shots that he hit, he's very strong on the offside as far as leg side is concerned, and that's the areas where the bowlers are going to target him. So Avia Zia has to really work on his leg side game to improve things so that he can become a better player. But on the offside, I can really, say that Avia Zia is a very aggressive player. In fact, he flashed the six of the bowling of, it was Stephen Finn, was flashed for his six by Avia Zia through the offside, and he also hit one good boundary lofted on the offside. He collected 23 of 28 balls, but Pakistan didn't have a good start. Mohammad Hafiz continued his poor form in the 2020 series as Jay Dernbash was given catching practice, so Hafiz was gone for a duck. So that was the first wicket to go. Asad Shafiq joined in and gave good support to Avia Zia, but Avia Zia trying to play as Graham Swan's first delivery that he bowled netted him a wicket. Avia Zia was adjudged LBW, so he was gone. LBW bowled Graham Swan for 23. Asad Shafiq and it was Misbah ul Haq, the captain, combined, but Misbah ul Haq probably guilty of being a bit slow because he contributed 28 of 32 balls. But Asad Shafiq was looking good in his 34 of 32 balls with 3 fours. But Umar Akmal showed a lot of innovation in making 22 of 23 balls with 1 4. He was victim of Broad, Misbah ul Haq and Shahid Afridi, and that was the time where it all started. Now I'll take you down to some not commentary, really tell you what exactly happened. The equation was 17 runs required of the last 2 overs, and it was the bowler was it was Stephen Finn who was bowling, and Stephen Finn, it was Stuart Broad who was bowling the 18th. The 19th over was bowled by Stuart Broad, and Stuart Broad bowled magnificently. As a captain, he did a wonderful job. It was Misbah ul Haq who was on strike. Misbah ul Haq flashed at one, collected by the wicketkeeper, so no run. And then Misbah ul Haq got a second ball, which was a very good delivery from Stuart Broad, once more beating Misbah ul Haq there, and he couldn't connect the ball. But after that, it was, in fact, Misbah ul Haq was at the crease at that time. But Misbah ul Haq was, Misbah ul Haq couldn't really, in the third delivery, he took a single, and then it was Shahid Afridi. In fact, it was Umar Akmal, beg your pardon there. Umar Akmal was the man who was kept quiet by Stuart Broad and not Misbah ul Haq. And Umar Akmal in the third delivery, because of the frustration, was gone, caught by Graham Swan of the bowling of Stuart Broad. And then it was because they had crossed over, it became Misbah ul Haq who came on strike, and he actually clubbed, he got a few runs. So that was a very good over from Stuart Broad, where only a boundary was given, and he also picked up a wicket. So that brought the equation down to probably 13 runs. The last over they required around 13 runs, and Shahid Afridi couldn't do much. He was run out for 3 of 2 balls, and finally Hamad Azam came in, and he made 2 runs. He was not out on 2, but Misbah ul Haq was in the firing line, and it came to such a bad. And let me give credit to Jay Dernbash for bowling superbly at the death, and he did a wonderful job. He has a lot of variations. As you know, his stock ball is his slower delivery that he bowls very well, and he also bowled one wide, but Misbah ul Haq was left the task of hitting a 6 of the last ball of the 20th over and the last ball of the 2020 series, but he couldn't make it. He actually missed it, and he was clean bowled by Jay Dernbash for 28 of 32 balls, 2 fours, and that was all over for Pakistan. England had taken the match by 5 runs, and what an exciting game of cricket we had here at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium here in Abu Dhabi. The Pakistan scored at 124 for 6, and the bowling figures really made some happy reading there, with Finn 4 overs, none for 31. Jay Dernbash, the pick of the ball, was 2 for 24. Stuart Broad bowled excellently, 1 for 24. It was, I will say, Stuart Broad should be given the credit as a captain. The 19th over was very crucial. He gave away just 4 runs, and he also picked up the very vital wicket of Umar Akmal, who was looking a bit dangerous there. Samit Patel bowled 4 overs for 18, and Graham Swan 4 overs no maiden, 1 for 20. Now, this is as far as this match is concerned. So the series is all over as far as Pakistan and England is concerned. So today we have one key clash coming in, and this is in the Commonwealth Bank series here in Australia in Hobart, where India take on Sri Lanka. It's a must-win game for India. They not only have to beat Sri Lanka, they have to beat Sri Lanka and get a bonus point, so that their chances are alive when Australia versus Sri Lanka clash. And India hope that Australia beat Sri Lanka, so that it will be India who will be taking on Australia in the finals. But again, that's a very, very central chance. This is something. It's a big task for India. First, they have to get through the the first step, and that is to beat Sri Lanka today in Hobart. Whether they are able to do it, that really remains something that one can't really say anything, because Sri Lanka, as I said, they are doing extremely well now, and India are the ones. India are crippled. Let me tell you, Zahir Khan is out with a calf injury, and one of those very, very economical bowlers for India, and a very much improved bowler, I would say, Vinay Kumar, is also having a thigh injury, or some injury he's also having, so knee injury, so he wouldn't be able to take part. So that is not good news for India, and again the reins would be in the hands of Irfan Pathan and Praveen Kumar. And looking at all that, it seems to be a very tough task for India, because Sri Lanka is really peaking at the moment, and as you know, they have really come back from behind in this Commonwealth Bank series. But what an exciting game it is going to be, and you know, everybody in India would be glued to their TV sets today just to wait and watch which team is going to emerge as the winner, to see whether India will have a chance to get into the CB series final, or is it going to be Sri Lanka. We'll know it today. Thanks very much for your company. It's your host Ram signing off. Thank you.